إن أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والاشتراك في القناة.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. I'm very happy we have so much crowd today. Okay, is that indication that you don't have anything to do afterwards, or you like the series of lectures I'm doing? I hope both of them. Okay, I hope both of them. Anyway. Today is going to be probably the one before the last, so we're going to go to and visit two planets today quickly because they are really very busy ones. And next time, inshallah, if I'm still alive, yeah, inshallah, okay, I will give you a summary. Now we knew a lot about our planets, so next time we'll give you a summary why Allah chose the Earth for us to live on, among all those planets. How He, with His glory, adapted the Earth for us to live in. How He made it feasible for us to live in. Okay? So that's inshallah next time is going to be a quick one too. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about the biggest one in here in the solar planets. Not the sun, the one after the sun, which is Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter. We're going to talk about Jupiter today. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to prepare for Jupiter, but okay. So we will talk about Jupiter. It's Jupiter, the Arabic translation of it, Al-Mushtara. Not Al-Mushtari, Al-Mushtara. Al-Mushtara is different than Al-Mushtari. Al-Mushtari means the buyer. Yeah. You buy. Al-Mushtara, the thing which is being bought. Yeah. Okay? So Al-Mushtara. Yes. Okay? And the Roman name of that planet is the Supreme.
The Supreme God.
Yeah, it is.
The
Supreme God of heaven. Okay, those are Roman. Okay, so God of heaven. Okay. Astaghfirullah al-Azim.
Hey, والله good يا دكتور. Astaghfirullah صح. Yes, I like this. Astaghfirullah al-Azim. Hey, والله.
Okay. Supreme God of heaven. Why supreme? Because it's the largest one in here. You see how huge?
God is the supreme.
Huge. Okay, so would you like to go and live in there? The landscape is cheaper. You gotta get big land. The prices are very nice. I mean, instead of getting a home for 2 bedrooms, you can get one there for 5 bedrooms, a swimming pool, and tennis courts.
Where in Mushtara?
On Mushtara, yeah. It's big. Okay, but let us see. Let's see why you're gonna change your mind about this idea, even it's really big.
I'm sure it's so hot there.
Okay. On the contrary, it's really very cold.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway, so this one here is number what? We have after the sun 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the fifth planet after the sun. Okay. Doesn't have really a solid soil. You will be amazed. It is gas. A blob of gas. Ball, sphere of gas. Okay, so that's the first. See, we talked about before about all of those ones until Mars. They have a solid soil. You can stand on it. Okay, this one you cannot. It doesn't have like foothold. You can stand on it. So this is the first giant gas planet.
Is that called the doctor?
Yeah.
Means it is Zamarir Jahannam.
Yeah.
Astaghfirullah.
Okay. How far it is from the sun? It's about 484 miles from the sun. Million, I'm sorry. 484 million miles from the sun.
لا إله إلا الله. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
So it's about five times the distance from Earth, 5 times distance from Earth to the sun. This one here, from here to here, it's about 5 times like this one. Okay. It is the largest, by all means, the largest in the solar system. Okay. How large it is? Okay. The radius of this one, the radius is about 0.1 the radius of the sun. Osh. Okay, so what would be the volume compared to the sun? What do you think? Huh?
How many suns you can put it in the mushtar?
Now, this is my question.
Yes. Yes.
If the radius is tenths of the engineers, engineers, where are the engineers? Okay, this is elementary school.
100.
It's gonna be 110.
100.
Well,
100?
no, 10.
110.
10?
110.
What is the volume of sphere?
10 of minus 1.
Volume of sphere,
Engineering bad.
you guys, is 4/3 pi r cubed. Radius cubed. So if this is 1/10, this is gonna be 1,000 of. Okay, 1,000. You guys, you flunk, all of you. Okay? It's not exactly 1,000, so the volume of it, actually, the volume is about 1,300 times the volume of the Earth.
Can?
1,000 of the volume of the Earth. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the radius of the Earth. I'm sorry.
كلكم ما بتفهموا.
Okay.
من الآخر يا دكتور كم مرة نحط الأرض في المشتري ونخلص؟ ولا الشمس؟ الشمس.
Excuse me, you get, again, somebody
البشاورة.
bring me the بشاورة, لو سمحتوا. Eraser. Yeah. So it's 0.1 times the radius of Earth, okay? Of the sun, I'm sorry, of the sun. Can't it be of the Earth? Of the sun. So the volume of it, is equal to 0.001 the volume of the sun.
You're gonna make a lot of mistakes today. Just give it to me.
I know. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So it's 1,000 the volume of the sun. Okay. So this one you can really see, because this one is just a part of it. It goes like that.
يعني دكتور.
The sun.
يعني I
So
understand.
you can put 1,000.
1.2 million Earth inside the sun.
Yes.
How many million sun? How many suns you can put it in?
1,000.
1,000.
Yes.
1,000 sun.
1,000 Jupiter in the sun.
Oh, the Jupiter.
So the Jupiter is bigger than the Earth.
I'm talking about the sun and the Jupiter. Doctor.
Yeah, you can put 1,000 Jupiter in the sun.
Yeah, the
The
sun
volume.
is bigger than Jupiter?
Of course, the sun is the biggest in the solar system.
Oh.
That's why all those planets are rotating around it. The biggest
Jupiter,
one.
the biggest.
Oh yeah. Okay. The weight of this one, the weight of Jupiter,
Yeah.
okay, is equal to almost the weight.
جهنم. لا sun جهنم Jupiter cold. زمهرير جهنم.
The weight of the Jupiter
أعوذ بالله.
is equal to almost the weight of all those planets.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the weight of all, the sum of all planets in the solar system, of course. Except the sun, of course.
Dr. Ibrahim, it's
Yes.
gas. It's
How
gas. How could it be heavier?
Wait.
Yes, it's a gas. Gas has weight. Yes, it's dense gas.
Oh.
Okay, it's dense gas. Okay. Now the temperature on that planet, the temperature now
Cold sun.
course. Minus 240
minus
degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's far away from the sun. Of course. Okay, but again, it depends on its rotation.
Yeah.
It depends on its location or position with respect to the sun. So it varies. Could be from something to something. But this is the coldest temperature being recorded for it.
Yeah.
Okay. And why it's also really cold? Because it radiates heat. Whatever it absorbs from the sun, it radiates. So it radiates more than what it absorbs. That's why it is cold. Okay? If the other way around, it would stay hot. Okay? So, now, because it's really cold, that planet shrinks every year. Shrinks because it's cold.
Yeah.
Right? So it shrinks.
يتبربر بالبرود.
It shrinks every year about 2 centimeters in diameter per year. Yeah. I mean, when it was born, when this one got created, that 4.5 billion years ago, it was a certain size. Now it's smaller than what it was. Okay, so you can calculate 4.5 billion times 2 centimeters and find out. Okay, I am sure you can calculate that.
Alright.
Okay. Now the 1 year on this one, the 1 year is about 12 Earth years.
Oh, 1 year there, 12.
Years, like 12 years of us.
Subhanallah.
Okay. So if the Earth rotates one round, okay, that takes it 12. Okay. So this one is slower than the Earth, right?
Yeah, much slower.
Right, much slower. To 1/12 slower. So it's 12 slower than Earth.
Those who live there, they are old.
That is slower than Earth, right?
يعني 1 year, 12.
يعني it takes 12 years to make one round
Subhanallah.
around the sun. The other one, the Earth, it takes only 1 year.
Allah is
Okay,
great.
and that's why we cannot live there, because it's cold. Because if you can imagine, you're gonna be living there for 12 years. You're gonna be maybe 6 years. You're gonna be facing the sun. Okay, and the other one's gonna be really cold, and you switch. All right, so but it rotates really, really slow compared to.
And also because it's gas.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Now,
Cycle is longer.
so if the Earth rotates 12 times
Yeah.
around the thing, the sun, this one rotates only one time. Okay, and then you can really see if this is the sun, and this is the Earth orbit, and this is the Jupiter orbit. Okay, if this one makes one rotate like that, that's going to take maybe in 1 year. That maybe takes 12 years to do that. It's a bigger orbit length. Okay. One day on this one, one day is about 10. I will just say it, about 10 hours. Short. The day is short. So what does it mean? Around its axis, very quick around it. But around the sun, very slow. Okay. And because it rotates around its axis very quick, you can imagine if you bring like a ball and you rotate it so fast, you know, it bulges. You know, it becomes like oblate. It becomes like ellipse. Okay, so because of that, it's not really spherical. Because it rotates so fast, it bulges a little bit. It's like that.
يا حنين.
It really gets like that. Okay, and actually there is a difference between this length or the polar length and the equatorial length. Because it's ellipse, right? It's elliptical, oblate. Okay. You still awake? Okay.
الله يفتح عليك يا دكتور والله وليرني يا دكتور جزاك الله خير.
الحمد لله. So it is. I would
What
say
is Pluto?
It is like that. It is like. لا بلوتو ده عيل. ما سيبك.
ده عيل.
بيلعب بره.
That's why we're not gonna pay him any attention. All of those little ones who those are الولاد العيال دول. Okay.
يعني I was
كلام
thinking
فارغ.
last week you marry Mars with Venus.
Yeah.
Today you're gonna marry Jupiter with Pluto.
Those are probably the kids of Jupiter. So there is a difference between, you know, the polar lengths or that length and the equatorial length. There's a difference between, if this is A, the distance here, or one round here and one round here, B, okay? The difference between B and A is about 6,000 miles. Okay? But 6,000 miles and all the numbers we're talking about is really nothing. Okay? It's nothing. So still almost like sphere. Still like sphere. Okay? Now, another thing it is, the planet is the third brightest planet or star. Okay, what is the first one in the system? Number one is the moon. Our moon. The second one, I think it is Venus. Venus is always shining.
Zara, طبعا.
Yes, حتى
Beautiful
makeup,
lady.
putting makeup and she's really shining beautiful, right?
Zara, طبعا.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Jupiter. Okay, so Jupiter is the third. Actually, it's the fourth one after, because the sun, if you count the sun, will be the fourth one. Fourth brightest, okay? The speed, how fast it goes around the sun? The speed around the sun? Around the sun, I don't know. The speed around the sun? No, it has to be this way. Can't be clockwise. Around the sun is about 8 meters per second. Okay, it's not really that fast. Okay? Also, we said the year is about
ده باله طويل قوي.
so many. Yeah. The year is about what? The year, we said the year about 12 years. So it rotates a little. It's heavy. You know, you see when you are heavy, when you eat big meal, you're going to be walking like that. You know?
Yes.
But if you're really thin and slim and nice and something, you walk, right? Okay, so this, it's not really that
Very
fast.
lazy is Jupiter.
Okay, but don't underestimate this one. Do you know how much is this one? 8 meters per second? This is about 28,000 miles per hour.
Oh.
So don't think of this one. It's really big. How fast also 28,000 miles per hour. Okay. Okay. It's known for one characteristic. Here is Jupiter. Okay, and here is the equator.
هذا الإكويتر هذا.
Okay, and this is the polar thing.
ايه الإكويتر اللي ورا كده؟
الاكويتور اللي هو خط الاستواء
خط الاستواء.
من الشرق
علشان جاهل يعني.
والتاني من البولر. That's the polar. من البول نورث بول to the south pole. ده بالنسبه لنا احنا. انما where is the north pole and south pole? I don't know. It rotates and moves, right? بالنسبه لنا احنا. Okay, so this is the equatorial thing. Okay, right before, and there are so many longitudes like that, you know, the same like the Earth. Okay, and so many latitudes like that. Okay, this one is known for. People spotted it, okay? No one went to it anyway, okay? Nothing landed on it either. Okay, all the spacecraft they sent it to was orbiting around it. There is nothing to land on, it's gas. It's a gas, okay? But below the equator, somewhere, big red spot here. It's known for that. There's a big red spot.
What is this?
Huh? It is about 22 degrees from the equator. Okay. And this one has been spotted. The red spot has been spotted like 300 years ago.
What's the
I'm coming to that.
Sure. معلش أنا دايما بسبق الأحداث.
Maybe I don't have explanation for it. Okay. The size of that spot about 3 times the size, the volume, size. I'm going to say the size is about 3 times the diameter of Earth. So it's a big one. It's a big one. The diameter of this red spot about 3 times the diameter of the Earth. Okay. And this one also rotates around itself. This one here, the speed of 225 miles per hour. You can really see if you play a video for this one, you're gonna see that this one moving like a big spot in a jar in a pot of oil or of water, and there is something in it, and you can see it really moving like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vibration.
Okay. To answer your question, I don't really know what it is.
See? I told you.
I don't know.
Because of the-
I don't know. Okay, anybody can Google it, probably see. There's so much information about all those planets, you know. If you Google it, I Googled most of it, and I try to get you the concentrate of it. It's just, okay. The gravity on this one, the gravity.
It's a gas. Is there any gravity?
Yeah, it's still.
So
Because it has a mass. Anything has a mass has gravity.
Oh.
Okay? So the gravity is about 25 meter per second squared. Okay? How much is the gravity of Earth?
9.8 meter per second.
Right. So this how much times? How many times? About 2.5 times. So this is about 2.5 times the gravity of Earth. Okay. So if you weigh 100 pounds on Earth, how much you will weigh upstairs?
250.
250. Right, 250. Okay. Pressure, surface pressure on it.
ما شاء الله.
تابعين كنا.
ما شاء الله. انتم مذاكرين يا ولاد.
You can go upstairs if you're not gonna like your weight upstairs, so you just go down. I mean, you make a diet. You think you made a diet by going down and weigh yourself. Surface pressure is about 10 psi. Okay. But it actually increases. Okay, and we said it's really gases. All of it is gases. Okay. So the surface, the pressure on the outside is about 10 psi. But when you go deeper with the volume of it, it really increases a little bit more. Okay. And as I said before, this surface. As I said before, there is no solid surface. It's gas. So you cannot land on it. The upper atmosphere of it, okay, again, the atmosphere is similar. All of them, the atmosphere, they consist of hydrogen, helium, methane, this is methane, okay, and some traces of ammonia, NH3, okay, and ethane, C266,
ده الواحد يروح يا اخي يولع.
H6, okay, C2H6, hydrogen sulfide. Do you know what's hydrogen sulfide? Chemistry, guys. Who's chemistry? Chemistry. H2S. It's like you know when the gas which has really a rotten smell. They tell you like rotten egg.
زي
Okay.
كبريت.
Not كبريت. زي I don't want to say it in the video, but it's really rotten. Okay? Okay, like rotten egg, right? Like rotten egg.
بيضة مشيشة يعني.
Yeah. بيضة مشيشة بالضبط. Okay?
Yeah.
ده الاتموسفير. This is the upper atmosphere.
هنبعت المعفنين اللي في الأرض.
Upper atmosphere.
واللي يخلص منهم.
The inner atmosphere, the inner one.
صح يا ابراهيم؟
نبعت المعفنين اللي في الأرض يعيشوا هناك ونخلص منهم. أيوة والله. The bad people on the earth will send them there. They can live there is better for them.
The composition of the inner atmosphere. Not very well known. Okay, people are really have debates about it, but they say mostly it has metallic hydrogen. Don't ask me what's metallic hydrogen. I keep reading about metallic hydrogen, but honestly, I didn't really understand it. Okay, so metallic hydrogen actually hydrogen becomes like a metal. Okay, the metallic hydrogen is another phase of hydrogen. Okay, anything has how many phases? Has
3, 2, 4.
right? Has what? Solid, liquid,
Liquid,
gas,
gas,
and the plasma. 4. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And this one another phase of it. Okay, another phase. Okay, and they say when becomes metallic hydrogen becomes like a good conductor. Okay, and this is like the core of Jupiter, made out of metallic hydrogen.
دي كبريتات الهيدروجين.
لا, not كبريتات hydrogen.
أنا بتكلم على H2S.
Now H2S, yeah, hydrogen sulfide.
Sulfur.
Yes, okay.
ده ريحة وحشة أوي.
Very bad, really very bad. Okay, and it also has some hydrogen molecule, has some helium also, and has some sulfur inside also. Some sulfur. Okay, the sulfur, we're going to talk about the sulfur. Okay, and when we talk about how many moons it has, this one here, talk about it later on. And that was explored. The planet was explored with so many spacecrafts, okay, robotic but nothing really landed. They only orbited around it, just orbit. There is nothing you cannot land on it. You cannot land on it.
Doctor, what we can learn Islamically from what you said today, what
Huh?
these gases and this, what we can learn? There is an ayah in the Quran. There is a verse in the Quran.
What is
Just
it?
hits my mind right now.
Tell us about it.
وما يعلم جنود ربك إلا هو وما هي إلا ذكرى للبشر. Nobody knows the soldiers of Allah except Him. It's a zikr, a reminder, admonition for the people. What is junud Allah, the soldiers of Allah? These gases. Do you know Allah can kill us with this? The rain, the water, the gas, all of this, soldiers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All this rotten, stinky stuff. If we get some gas like this, we'll die. See, it's soldiers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's showing us how we are weak. And this very cold, Zamharir Jahannam. There is a cold in Jahannam too. See how the sun is so hot? And the Mars is so hot, right, Doctor? How is Mishra so cold?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Zamharir Jahannam.
Yeah.
La hawla wa quwwata illa billah.
So that planet was explored by so many robotic spacecrafts
والله يا دكتور سامي خوفتنا يا دكتور.
rotating around it. Wait till you didn't make you fearful yet. You will get very fearful now. Just a second. Hold on. اصبر على عمرك. Okay. Such as what? Robotic spacecraft like Pioneer. There was names. That was in 1970. Voyager also. Was in 1970. There was also New Horizon. Those are the names of the discovering this one. And Juno. Okay, that's an actually recent one, 2016. Okay, those are the. Now, as I said before, each planet, each major planet of those things have moons around it, have satellites around it. Okay, what is the first planet so far we talked about has moons on it? Earth. You know, Venus and Mercury and Venus, they don't have any planets. Earth has how many moons? One moon.
You mean you don't have any moons?
No.
You said planets.
Yeah, planet. Those are planets.
Okay.
Okay, then they have moons around them. So the planet is like that.
Yeah.
Okay, and has some moons around it.
Okay.
Rotating around it. Smaller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jupiter has 62 moons.
MashaAllah.
67 moons around it.
La ilaha illallah.
They are small ones. 63 of them. Okay. Diameter of about 63, about 10 kilometers. Small, tiny little, play. I mean, you can carry them.
قد البحرين.
Okay, diameter. Okay. And the other 4 are really big. Big ones.
Bigger 1 hours?
Oh yeah. Okay. So those 4s. Okay. One is called Lu. One is called Europa. Those are names. You have to memorize those because I'm going to quiz you on them. And one is called Ganymede, or Mate, M-E-D-E. And one is called Callisto.
كاليستو ده حلو، ده شكله من المكسيك هذا.
Okay.
شكله مكسيكي.
Those are big ones. Those are really big ones. You know how big are they? The diameter of the first one here, this about diameter, 3,600 kilometers.
لا إله إلا الله.
This one here, 3,100 kilometers. And this one here, 5,200. No, 5,200, sorry, 5,200. 5,000. And this one, 4,800. Okay. What does this tell us? Tell us again, remind yourself, the greatness of Allah's creation.
Allah is great, yes.
Okay, see the numbers, see the distances, see the sizes, see the rotation, the speed, all of that stuff. Can't be man-made, can't be, no, something really superpower.
No accident.
Okay, yeah, right.
No والله.
Okay, now, that Lou guy is a troublemaker. The Lou. Troublemaker. Khalid, where are you?
Sleeping.
Okay? The Lou one, the Lou moon spits like it has volcanoes.
Oh.
And it spits sulfur. Bursts of sulfur. How much sulfur it spits? Spits 10 tons of molten sulfur. Okay? Per second.
Per second.
10 tons every second. Sulfur. Okay? And إنها ترمي بشرر كالقصر. Okay, this is the ayah. God said it is really throwing sparks like palaces.
Yes.
Okay, do you know how high it is? Those thing, I think they reach about first of all, those one is about 1,500 degrees centigrade temperature. Okay, and they rises up about 500 kilometers every second.
This is what the Quran said.
ترمي بشرر كالقصر. سورة المرسلات.
الله أكبر.
Verse 32.
كأنه جمالات صفر.
بالضبط. صفر. Sulfur is yellow. Okay, that makes some people could be crazy. Some people thought Jupiter is hellfire.
Doctor, this is showing us the Quran from Allah. How Rasulullah know about this?
Yes.
This Quran from Allah.
Yes.
How proof?
But don't take me that I'm saying that Jupiter is hellfire. No, it's not. Okay.
Jupiter part of
I mean, this is probably Jupiter probably will be the coldest spot in hellfire. Okay, even with those 1500 degrees thing. Okay.
دكتور الشرر ده جاي منين؟ من القمر ولا من جوبيتر؟
And no, this one جاي
السيرفر ده
من
جاي
one
منين؟
of those one here.
من القمر
One of the moons. Yes.
اللي هو لولو ده ولا
Lu. Okay. And the energy of those things, the energy.
بيقول لك قاعد يتف على اللي حواليه ده.
The energy of this one is about 125 times 10 to the power trillion. 125 trillion watt
لا اله الا الله.
energy.
الله اكبر.
Or per second, okay, you're gonna make it like 25 watt per meter squared.
سبحان الله.
That's the per area. Okay. This is the energy coming from those volcanoes and those sulfur. Just give you a comparison. The energy coming from the earth.
Yeah.
The earth is about 0.06 watt per meter square. See, nothing compared to this one.
Yeah.
And the energy coming from the moon, our moon,
هي اور مون.
okay, is about 0.02.
هذا مسكين.
So عيال صغيرين
هذا مسكين.
بيلعبوا في
عشان يعرف يعيش.
So this is Jupiter. It's not everything about Jupiter. This is what I managed to get you. Okay, and you read and endless stories and endless things about Jupiter. Any questions about Jupiter?
جزاك الله خير. ما شاء الله.
Okay.
Just today.
Now we can go to the next one.
الزور هيكبر.
Now, okay, you wanna postpone it to next week?
Yeah, Pluto with Hawaii with the air.
No, we're not gonna talk about Pluto. We're gonna talk about the next. That's the most beautiful one. This is the most beautiful Saturn.
Oh yes.
Saturn is known with its own rings, colored rings around it. Beautiful.
Can we go there and look
Good
in?
weekend.
It's still gaseous. It's a gas also. You
Also
cannot go
gas?
there. But if you want to go, you can go. But you cannot. Okay. Yeah, it is the most beautiful. I already prepared for Saturn, but if you guys wanna talk about it next week, that's what.
Yeah,
will be fine
do
with
next
me.
week. inshallah.
So that's gonna give us another 2 lectures.
No
okay?
problem. It's okay.
Right?
We enjoy it.
But this is really nice. It's a beautiful. All those ones you can really spot them from Earth. You can really see them by telescopes from Earth. Okay, people spotted them from Earth. Galileo spotted those from telescope. Okay, so in a clear night sky, you can see those because they are bright. You can see them, and people have seen the rings of Saturn. They say Saturn is يعني أجمل, the most beautiful
أحسن زهرة.
planet. Zahra is dumb, dark, nothing.
Saturn اسمه إيه بالعربي؟
Beautiful.
اسمه بالعربي.
This is beautiful. This beautiful one.
اسمه إيه بالعربي؟
Saturn اللي هو زحل. زحل
ده جميل ده.
Zohal, but Zohal is really very light. Although it's really big, the second largest, but it's very light. Its density is about 0.7 times the density of Earth. Very light. Okay, light to the point if you put it on a river,
Beautiful. It's nice.
on a river it will float. It will float on it. It's not gonna sink. It's a density 0.7 times the density of water, so it will float on top of water. Okay, so we'll talk about Zohar next time. Anybody doesn't have any questions?
And I was there last week.
بقول لك كنت في ساتر الاسبوع اللي فات قلت له يا خلي الله.
Beautiful.
جزاك الله خير.
Thank you very much for listening. Okay, and we'll continue this quote interesting lectures next week, and hopefully the